What's poppin', guys? This is House Cat MMA, and right now I'm going to be going over a little bit of what happened in the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. But before I get into all that, if you would just take a second to like and subscribe, maybe do a little bit of commenting and sharing. Those would be the 4 coolest things you've done today. So I'm in a hotel room right now. So I'm not near Netflix, but I did catch a highlight of the knockout. And the 37 seconds of highlight I saw, it was basically Joshua. You know, there are fights where somebody's being outclassed, and then there's a step above being outclassed. And that's what was happening. He was more than outclassing Paul, Joshua was. And toying with them is what is the word for it. It's a step over outclassing somebody. You're toying with them. But I don't hate what I saw out of Jake Paul. What I saw kind of made me like Jake Paul. It wasn't necessarily because he was showing all kinds of heart. It wasn't because of anything other than I saw a young man who was catching an ass whooping, but in a fucked up way, he was enjoying the ass whooping. Like, you can see it in a fighter's eyes sometimes, where he's kind of like, God, this sucks. I'm getting my ass kicked. But they got a positive attitude about it. That's what I saw. I saw a positive attitude. And a lot of time when you get toyed with by that, when you get toyed with like that, shit like that makes you better at whatever sport you're in. MMA, boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, even non-combat sports, foosball, baseball, basketball. When you get fucked, but it's more prevalent in individual sports. When you get fucked up like that, it's like it's not necessarily because it motivates you, but that is a little bit of it, but it humbles you just as much as it motivates you. And something happened. I think when you're a young fighter like Paul is, it kind of rewires your brain a little bit when you get fucked up like that. Not necessarily brain damage, but it's kind of, I don't know, you just come out and say, I can't really explain it. Shit like that just makes you a better boxer. So, Jake Paul should hold his head up high. I know he will hold his head up high. The Paul brothers are not the type of people to not hold their head up high. Some people are wired for success, and the Paul brothers are that. And they're both very mentally strong individuals. And because a lot of people forget, when they were kids and they're doing their Disney shit. Well, I know Jake Paul was doing his Disney shit. I don't know what Logan was doing, but they were legitimately good high school wrestlers. They just had this image of who they were before they got into the boxing. So that's why back in 2018 and shit like that, when they were both kind of getting into boxing, it's so out of left field. In which I like that. Like, I like guys who do shit that's different. That was fucking different what they did. And plus the genetics on those two men are fucking crazy. Especially, I think Jake Paul's got the work ethic and Jake Paul's got the talent. But Logan's got the athleticism, which has to do with talent, but Paul's the better fighter, obviously. Jake is the better fighter, Logan's the better athlete. But yeah, like I was saying a couple of days ago, I'm talking about both brothers. Jake Paul needs to fight Tony Ferguson next, get himself another win, and just continue on with this gimmick of fighting either retired MMA fighters or semi-retired or tomato can boxers. And as far as Anthony Joshua goes, I don't really know what you do with Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua is always going to be one of the top guys in heavyweight boxing, but he's kind of like the lower echelon of top guy almost. It's like you have a select few top guys, and Joshua's the last of them, but a top guy nonetheless. So I don't really know what you do with him moving forward, but that's all I have on that. I'm going to make another video on it once I catch the whole fight, but like I was saying, I was not near Netflix today. But this is House Cat MMA, and I'll catch y'all later.